Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
TFG Football is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like Simplified, a show that explains intense topic from around the world and simplifies it for you so that you can appear cooler in front of your friends.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Hello and welcome everyone. Well, here it is. We are once again in the TFG Indian Football Podcast, and we shall continue with the ISL draft review. But before that, we have plenty of news today, and we shall start with some bad news coming out from, sad news I would say, coming out from East Bengal camp. Their officials' sudden demise. Chiranjeet, please give us some update. He's joining us via phone call, by the way, and today we don't have Kevin on the studio because he's unwell. So we hope that he joins us next week. But Chiranjeet.
Yeah, so the bad news coming from East Bengal is that Swapan Ball, he's a firebrand club official that has been associated with the club for 4 decades. He has passed away. And that happened early in the morning at 1 a.m.
Okay.
So he was suffering from cancer for a while. He was receiving treatment, and he was, still he was active in the club. I mean, his health was like at some point he would be better, at some point he would be worse. But whenever he felt better, he used to come to the club tent. He used to look at accounts and other operations of the club, even signings. Basically, he was active and dedicated to the club till the end of his life. Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. So this is by no means a huge loss for East Bengal and Kolkata football in general, because this is, he's the typical person that you only see in the Maidan, a product of the Maidan. He used to be a footballer. He played for the East Bengal junior team. He was part of their youth system a few decades ago. He did not really make it as a senior footballer, but he, he was dedicated to the club. He immediately became, a part of the core few people who were running the club. And he has been there forever. I mean, he's been there longer than I've been alive. He's been synonymous with some the executive actions that East Bengal take. He's been doing everything. And in his watch, with his contribution, East Bengal have done some stupendous things, like getting their all 3 National League titles, winning a few Federation Cups, winning the ASEAN a few years back, reaching the AFC Cup semi-final. All of that had contributions from him as well as others. But, the players respected him. The opponents saw him as a worthy rival. And you know how it is, Mohan Bagan supporters, he was obviously, he received a lot of flack for his high-handed administration style. But he was respected as a worthy opponent, and he made East Bengal one of the most feared teams in India. So, that was him. He's not going to be there, and that's going to leave a hole. His presence is going to be missed during some crucial derby matches and antics of the fate that he pulled off, which added to the drama and excitement. So his body, as we speak, is in East Bengal club. Okay. The fans and supporters and some ex-players are turning up at the club to pay their respects. Okay. He will be taken to the crematorium shortly afterwards, and it's never going to be the same. It's definitely an end of an era for Indian football.
Well, all our condolences and prayers and wishes to the family. Moving on and sticking to East Bengal itself, what's the new updates, Ranjit, for Abinash Ruidas?
Yeah, there's the Abinash Ruidas thing came to a head where yesterday Indian Football Association, which is the West Bengal body, they had called both East Bengal and Abinash Ruidas for a discussion. And this was the second time that Abinash Ruidas was summoned by IFA to come to their office and discuss what was happening. But he did not turn up. So he ignored a summon for twice. So now he's actually broken the rule. I think he can be. He's already by default for not turning up. He will be subject to some disciplinary action.
Okay.
Now East Bengal has submitted documents. They have given contract papers. They have showed Abinash's token, the token that we talked about a couple of days back. So now the signature that's there on the on the document, on the contract paper, that's going to go to a handwriting expert, and they're going to determine whether it's by Abinash himself or somebody else. If it's found to be forged, then Abinash gets vindicated. If it's not forged, if the handwriting expert says this is genuine, then East Bengal are vindicated and Abinash gets screwed, because he not only it's established that what he was saying about East Bengal not having contract with him was false, but he also did not turn up twice to attend the hearing, to participate in the process. So we have that ugly thing developing now. But really, I mean, this is not really it doesn't seem to be the time to talk about that, because the death of Swapan Ball is has put a shadow on everything, and this is a time. I have rarely seen something like this. Mohun Bagan fans have also been posting condolence messages, and a lot of them will go to East Bengal club today to pay their respects to somebody they saw as an opponent, as an enemy. But now that he's gone, everybody is coming together to recognize the contribution he made to Indian football.
Well, some ugly scenes happening out there off the field, but some on-field action now. There are many teams who are on a signing spree, both I-League and ISL teams. Now we shall talk about Aizawl FC. They made a late announcement last night about their head coach. Now everybody was in thoughts like after Khalid left, who would be. There were also some talks that Dave Rogers might join in, but now they've got a Portuguese coach that goes by the name Paul Jorge Coelho Menezes for the upcoming season. The 39-year-old has a lot of experience, places in Panama, Laos, Spain and various clubs in his homeland, Portugal. So I think it's a promising signing over here from Aizawl FC, the champions of India, Chiranjit. So what do you have to say about this big signing?
Yeah, they have gone for somebody who has an experience at this level. Somebody who has a lot of international coaching experience, because that's what they need, because they are going to enter their first ever international championship. Right. They're going to be in the ACL qualifiers. If they don't make it past that, they will be in the AFC Cup group stage. So we are guaranteed to see them play at least 7 international matches in 2018. And that's going to require a lot of effort. That's going to require some experience backing them. That's why they have gone for this coach, because he has his multi-country experience, and that's what I think. Like they were talking with Dave Rogers a lot, and the negotiations had progressed to a big degree. But again, Dave Rogers has only like a couple of years of experience backing him, right? And he has never really coached at an international championship like this. So they have gone for experience, and can't fault them for that. This is going to be a defining season for Aizawl FC. They have won the I-League. They're the champions of India. That if they thought that was hard, this wait till you get a load of this. Just staying at the top and then proving yourself at this whole new frontier where the best in Asia compete. It's going to be nothing like they've ever seen before, and they need people who have been to that stage and experienced that.
Yeah, absolutely. They not only signed a coach, but they also added another player, another experienced player, legend, we must call him, that goes by the name Mama. This was not a surprise, but it was really interesting to see that Aizawl have picked this veteran into their squad.
They were lucky. They got lucky that he was unpicked at the ISL draft. Seriously, I mean, I saw Mama play in the FPI versus Mizoram 11 game. He's not bad at all. Okay, he's still in shape. He can still deliver, and he's got a wealth of experience. Right. But the kind of experience he brings, which is playing for the national team, playing in Asian tournaments, playing at the top division of India for a long time. Those are no longer crucial experience points for ISL teams.
Yeah.
Right, they've already got international players. They've already got like multiple foreign players who have international experience coming in. Right, but Aizawl FC, they can use this experience. They're gonna have a couple, 3-4 foreigners in the squad. They're gonna have a couple of experienced players, but hardly anybody, with the young Mizo squad that they're gonna have for the next season, hardly anybody can provide them the guidance and the first-hand experience of playing in Asia, of facing international teams. They are once again going to be the new kids in the block, like they were last season in the I-League. They're still gonna, most of their players will venture into that level for the first time, and having Mama on the side is a boon for them. So they got super lucky that nobody else picked him up from ISL draft.
Yeah, absolutely. Now all of this boils down to see how interesting the season is going to be for Aizawl FC. Now moving on to some ISL signings as well. Mumbai City have got back 2 of their foreign players. Then they were very much instrumental in taking Mumbai to the top of the table last season. Jerson Vieira and Lucien Goyen. Now I spoke about Goyen coming into the squad while we were talking about Mumbai City review, and there you go. The announcement is done. It's confirmed that these 2 will be joining back. I think, Chiranjit, great 2 signings, right? I mean, Goyan was the key player for them back in the defense. So this should just boost.
Yeah, seriously, but it makes sense, Last time they finished top of the table.
Yeah.
So these are the players that made them the best team in ISL.
Exactly.
So why wouldn't you keep them? Why wouldn't you hold on to quality and try to add a little bit to it? They've already lost players like Sunil Chetri. We don't know what will happen with Soni Node, who was so crucial to them.
Yeah. We
have just heard the latest update on Soni Node is that he has confirmed that he has received a contract paper from Mohan Bagan.
Okay.
He's in Haiti right now. He just celebrated his birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to him, and please come back to Mohan Bagan. So yeah, he just got a contract paper. We don't know whether he will go with that or he will consider offers from ISL. I think he will consider offers, but nobody knows if Mumbai City will get him, because Atletico de Kolkata are in the market for him. Bengaluru FC is desperately looking for him, and we'll just have to see how that turns out. So they need to keep as many of the players as possible so that they get to hold on to that consistency. Because this is a longer season, this is a bigger challenge, the stakes are higher, and we're going to have a bigger value put on consistency. Because it's not a short fight tournament anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good luck with them.
Yeah. Now, the other ISL team that signed a foreigner was Chennai FC, who signed this experienced 29-year-old from Slovenia, goes by the name Rene Mihilek. Now, he also looks like a pretty much good signing for Chennai in there, that could use his experience out there, because he's had experience in Portuguese top tier. And also back home, he also was the youngest player to play for Slovenia at the age of 19. So, Chiranjit, I think all the teams are looking for, not big names, but eventually who are good at performance, right? I mean, slowly everybody's taking note of that.
So don't just close your book on that, because some of them will still go for big names. Chennai FC will go for a big signing or two. Delhi Dynamos will still try to get in a big ticket signing. Even Pune City might try to do that. But yeah, the average age is going to come a little bit down. They're going to look for the bulk of the squad, they're going to try to make sure these are players who have a club, who are not out of work for 2 years, who are fit enough to last 5-6 months, and all of that. But yeah, we're not gonna see has been former Barcelona. He played for Barcelona 15 years ago, so let's get him. That attitude is slowly going away.
Which is good. I mean, finally they are concentrating on performance. So let's see how all of this goes about in the season. But let's come back to our reviewing of the draft picks, right? Now, today we shall talk about Bengaluru FC and ATK, two interesting teams who've gone for some flavor here and some also looking forward for a reunion. But let's start with Bengaluru FC. The new team into ISL, but not new to Indian football. They've been in the business for 4 years. Now, they've retained the services of Sunil Chetri, Udanta Singh, Nishir Kumar and Malsum Zwala. So, looking at this, Chiranjit, how do you look at all the Indian squad for Bengaluru FC?
Obviously, they did not want to let anybody go.
Yeah,
their success has come from holding on to an Indian core, just sustaining it and keeping them consistent. And unlike your regular ISL team, Bengaluru FC came out of I-League, so they know the value of consistency, because they have gone through long seasons, they have played international matches, they have the experience. Unlike the other 9 ISL teams who have just existed on 2-3 month seasons. They went for it, and also because they were desperate to get as many of their own players back as possible, because look, unlike every other team, like every ISL team, they're not making their team for just ISL. They have to play AFC Cup as well.
Yeah.
Which is why Bengaluru FC have already started pre-season. Yeah. So have almost all I-League clubs, but no ISL team is going to start pre-season now. They're going to do that in next month at some point. The thing is, they have a longer season than all ISL teams, and they have a bigger responsibility.
Right.
And they have always worked in a certain way. Is that you keep Sunil, you keep Udanta, you Jimson, anybody, even the junior players. They were all made to feel like they're part of this family, where that inspires loyalty in the club, and the club in turn becomes loyal to you.
Yep.
Okay. And this entire draft was a sham for them. And it was a devastating blow that was dealt to them by IMG Reliance. It was an added price that they had to pay for coming into ISL, which they did. It was a decision they made, weighed everything and decided, okay, let's go into ISL. And it was giving up their players. Yeah. And they did not get so many of them back. And I'm pretty sure more wanted to come back. But they picked 5 of their old players. Yeah. Going down to the junior goalkeeper, Calvin Abhishek. It just shows how much they wanted to keep hold of players and foster a long-term relationship with them, unlike almost every other club we see in this country. Yeah. So I'm happy that they got hold of Kabra and others that are going to deliver for them, hopefully when they play April 25th on 23rd August. And the other few players that they have taken on, the 8 new signings, not bad either.
Yeah, I mean, look at them. Rahul Beke.
Not ISL.
Yeah, Rahul Beke, the long throw specialist, right? And he's back. He's in the Bengaluru squad now. Zuming Liana Alte, who's known as Zotia, who was part of Aizawl FC, he's now part of Bengaluru. So I think some interesting signings out there for Bengaluru in the draft.
It's great for both them as well, because they're going to get international exposure for the first time.
Right. Absolutely.
Like the former Rahul Beke has never played in AFC, neither has Zuming Liana and others. So many of them will get a chance to grow with Bengaluru FC, and so many of these are such promising players who are always, that they're not being named for the national team squad yet or the camp yet, but they're there. Yeah. They're just revolving around that zone. The 30 players that are being named for the camp, they're not in there, but they're in the 50, I guess. They make some sort of a longer short list before the final names come out. And if they go out and play well for Bengaluru FC in the AFC Cup, Stephen Constantine will have to take note of them. Yeah. And we're going to have a bigger, deeper national team. So that's Bengaluru FC's transfer business pretty much helps not just them but Indian football in general, simply because of the position that they are in and the attitude they take towards players. Yeah. So
So did Subhashis Bose's pick come as a surprise to you from Bengaluru FC?
No. He was flustering them out. Remember that AFC Cup game where he got sent off?
Yeah.
He was putting them in trouble. He's hot-headed. It was, he's young. He's just getting a chance in the big stage. Started off at Sporting Club de Goa. I spoke to him. He said it was his dream to play for Mohun Bagan. Then he got to play for Mohun Bagan. He made an impact in AFC Cup in a way that immediately caught the Bengaluru FC coach's attention, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
He came in with the headlines as well during that. So there's no surprise that they went for a familiar player. Who knows? Like the guy is young. He's a great defender. He's reckless. Goes into the tackles. Has the kind of physicality that you need at an international stage, and he's already played there.
Yeah.
What more do you need?
Yeah.
It fits the bill perfectly.
Were there did you expect that Bengaluru might just go for Lindo as well?
They hardly got a chance, did they?
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously, I'm pretty sure if they, if Lindo was around till like 4th or 5th round, they would have considered going for him. I don't exactly know, how high he was in their priority, but yeah, if their turn came and he was still around, they would have considered him.
Okay. Now it looks like we've come down to the rating part of it. So Chiranjit, on a scale of 10, how would you rate Bengaluru FC?
9.
Okay, that's
I'm
interesting.
I'm going to give them 9 simply because of the overhand, like this. We're looking at Jamshedpur as a surprise of the draft, but Bengaluru FC were crafty as hell. Okay, they picked up simply because they had a bigger what do you call it, objective to accomplish from the draft, AFC Cup plus ISL, and they have kept being loyal to their old players. So they're reaffirming that long-term contracts and open market signings are the way to go. And this is just a model club and a model team right now. So 9 it has to be.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I was supposed to give them an 8, but yeah, whatever. Fair points over there. Now, somebody's loss is another team's gain, right? That's what we've seen in this draft, as per se. Because if Bengaluru couldn't get in Lindo, the other team that we're going to talk about, ATK, did exactly that. Their first chance comes in and they go for Lindo. Though they had a trade from Kerala Blasters, which I was surprised at. But yeah, he remains. There was no trade that happened and ATK stuck on with Lindo, of course. I mean, who else but Ashley Westwood would not want him, because he's the one who knows him better. He's played Lindo, has played under Ashley Westwood, and it was not ATK who won the bid, but I think Ashley Westwood who won the bid.
Yeah, it was Ashley Westwood was driving a lot of it.
Yeah,
there's no question about that. Just look at the picks. He picked Robin, he picked Eugene's son. He was trying to get some of the old gang back together, and it's pretty obvious the way. And it's look, coaches have this tendency that they go with players who are familiar to them. Like I was just reading Stephen Constantine's book, and he talks about how he does not sign a player unless he goes to a stadium and sees him play. Yeah. Okay, or somebody who's very close to his one of his trusted assistants. They go and bring up like pretty detailed report. It's about for many coaches, many really good coaches. Signing a player is not about stats. It's not about a highlights reel or just knowing them through TV, playing some of the best games they have played. It's about getting a feel of that player, right? And once you get a good feel of that player and you get positively impacted, that player never leaves your mind. Yeah. You believe in that player. And why would you not stand up for that belief if you get a chance? So that's what happened with Ashley Westwood. He's there in Atletico de Kolkata now as a technical director. They wanted him to be the head coach, but ISL thought he was not worthy, which is bullshit. He's there on a different role right now, but he obviously played a big role in selecting the Indian players, because he's the one in that coaching team who's got a hands-on experience with Indian players.
Right.
He's been coaching in India for a few years. So he picked Robin, he picked Vincent, some others, and every one of those pickings were players he has had a very close run-ins with. Either he has seen them play for his own team, or he has seen them play well against his team for his opponents. So it's a Bengaluru FC flavor that's coming into Atletico de Kolkata. I mean, we were wondering, Atletico de Madrid left, so the Spanish flavor is probably going to be gone. That Spanish influence is going to be gone. It looks like Atletico de Kolkata. Why are we calling them Atletico de Kolkata right now? I don't know. We should just stick to saying ATK.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one who calling it. I didn't call it, so yeah.
It's a bad habit. Apologize. So now that Atletico de Madrid is no longer there, it seems like ATK have gone for a Bengaluru FC influence, which has come in through Ashley Westwood. So we'll see some of that play out. Let's see how it delivers for them on the field.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the squad, and the other picks that they've got is, apart from retaining Devjit and Prabir, they've got Jayesh Rane, Keegan Pereira, Anwar Ali, Robin Singh, Hitesh Sharma.
Let's stop a minute. Let's stop a minute and applaud them for keeping these two together.
Jayesh and Ashutosh.
just 1 minute of special applause to Atletico de Kolkata, ATK, for keeping these two players together.
I think even that came from Ashley Westwood, because even he's seen them play, whether it's Mumbai FC or he must have closely seen them even at Aizawl.
Yeah, he knows it's a champion combo.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't he go for that? We were hoping so hard that Jackie Chan and Satya Sen would be reunited. Yeah. That has not happened.
But this
is at least some justice, you know, that partnerships and on-field relations are being valued. And these are the things that, help you go a mile.
Yeah.
When you have these, simply because not Atletico, it's ATK, apologize again. Simply because ATK are also going to be a very new look team. So you want players in there who are familiar with each other, so that the on-field chemistry comes alive immediately. Right? So you have two wingers who know each other so well. You have a midfielder, striker who knows each other so well. You have the likes of Devjit and Prabir in there who have played with each other in I-League, in ISL. They know each other so well. So it all fits.
Yeah.
You have the entire puzzle slowly coming in together, because there are already short chains. So once that sort of extends itself, you immediately form a long chain. And you have a set team which gels well from the get-go. So that thought process has also come out pretty well.
I think big ups to big kudos to Ashley Westwood, who's done his who did his homework really well, and who knows players. All these picks has been, it's tremendous, and we only have to wait and watch how the coaching staff or the management now puts them into final into use and get the result for ATK. Because when you look at the squad, it's some interesting big names over there who've shown they're consistent, who've produced results for whichever respective teams that they played in the past. And once again, we'll see ATK probably having a good squad here. Just looking at the Indian players. So Chiranjit, how would you rate? And I think all this rating should go to Ashley Westwood and not to ATK.
Yeah, Ashley Westwood 7 out of 10.
Okay, I would give them an 8. But yeah, let's see how this goes about.
This is a day of non-consensus.
Yeah, we're not on the same page. 1 point difference, I think, in both the sides. 1 up and 1 down.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it is. I mean, you can't always be on the same page, right? We are two different individuals who are looking at things differently. But let's see how all of this goes about. And we don't end the reviews as of now, but we come to the end of the show for sure, because we have two other teams that we look at on Monday. The final two teams, Kerala Blasters and Chennai FC. So you know what's coming on Monday, and if whatever happens, developments in Indian football during the weekend, we should also talk about that. But today it's done. Hope you enjoyed this show, and leave your comments below on the YouTube channel if you're listening to us. Then please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get updates of our new episode. You can also talk to us directly on Twitter. Kevin is not here, but you can definitely catch him on Twitter as Boza_Kevin. Suju Matthew 94, that's mine, and Chiranjeet Oja. You can also read about all these stories up on our website, thefangarage.com. Also listen to our show on Audioboom, SoundCloud, iTunes, and various of the podcasting apps. Follow the TFG Football Twitter handle so you get updates keep yourself updated about Indian football. Have a great day, folks. Enjoy your weekend and come back to us next week. Cheers.
That was Tantrik Steve from Hansraj College, Delhi, performing at IIT Bombay's Mood Indigo. Just like them, there's a lot of new talent and art coming out of colleges all across India, but unfortunately most of this goes completely unnoticed or ignored. To fix this, we started ATKT.in. Hi, I'm Ankur, I'm a musician and a rapper, and I found that one of the best things about being an artist myself is finding new talent. Through ATKT.in, Tanya, my colleague who's a dancer, and our whole team really is putting all of our efforts into discovering and promoting all the coolest talent that's coming out of colleges all across India. And this goes up on our website, our social media, TV, radio, and now, of course, this podcast with IVM. Make sure you go to our website, support the talent with your likes, your shares, your comments. All of that really matters. Go ahead, check it out. ATKT.in.
एक्सक्यूज मी भैया, एक्सक्यूज मी.
बोलिए मैडम.
मेन्यू में क्या है?
मेन्यू में सीन अनसीन है, पॉडकास्ट है, ऑन कोर्स है, साइरस है, मेड इन इंडिया, रीडिस्कवरी प्रोजेक्ट, एम्पावरिंग सीरीज, सेक्स वैक्स है, IVM लाइक्स है, सिंप्लीफाइड है, कीपिंग इट क्वियर है, थिंग्स एंड डेस्टिनेशंस है, माय नेबर सकरबर्ग है और द फैन गराज है. आपको क्या चाहिए?
एक बार रिपीट कर देंगे क्या?
रिपीट नहीं करता हम. आप जाओ IVMpodcast.com पे और सुनो ये सब, या फिर डाउनलोड करो उनका ऐप. सब आपकी उंगलियों पे.